Hello, this is Overlord Bo. So this new way of farming credits is pretty simple. It's the brand new operation, the Omaha Beach Assault. Pretty much from this video, you have about 12 days until you're not able to do this anymore. So pretty much July 10th is going to be the last day you're going to be able to do this operation. Pretty much right now, you can earn an insane amount of credits, free XP, commander XP in this operation due to the enemies you're going to be fighting in the operation, which I'll explain later on. But pretty much in this operation, it's best to take in a cruiser. The Atlanta is by far the best money making ship in this current operation. Like pretty much you can make up to 4.5 million if you're using red bonuses. If you're using blue bonuses, you can make about 2.1 million. If you're using greens, you'll make about 1.2 or 1.3 million. In grays, it's going to be maybe like 1.1 million, right around there ish. But you can make a lot of credits from playing this new operation. One suggestion before we go into the video, you guys, and see that I can explain to you guys the strategy for it. You need to take the artillery destroyer top secret access classified documents and make sure where the gun DDs do a lot less damage. Take the aircraft top secret classified due to the fact that the airplanes in this are really annoying and there's no way to knock out the airfield, so they're going to be coming at you no matter what. So just get this so they do less damage to you. And the coastal guns, this is very, very, very important for the Atlanta. A lot of your strategy is going to be Wing in toward the bunkers. So you need this to be able to knock them out at max distance, because if you don't do this, you're only going to be able to start doing damage to them around 8 kilometers, and you're going to be suffering the whole time. So let's hop into the gameplay, and I'll explain the strategy to make the most credits. This operation, pretty much how it works is, I'm just going to pause at the very beginning so I can kind of show you guys the down strat here. So pretty much on this side, you have 2 cruiser spawns will be here. 2 will be here most of the time for this. Pretty much your strategy is most of the time, if you're spawning on the right, you'll go along this pathway like around here. But for me, I'm going to be taking this guy's route because he goes right, and you're going to be going like this, down like this. And you're going to be doing the same thing on this cruiser side here. You do the same thing if you spawn on this side. I'm just showing you guys where if you spawn, this is kind of the pathway you go. Because pretty much in this operation, at the very beginning, you have the little boat spawning here, and you have them spawning around here. And then later in the operation, they'll spawn around here and around here. And then in the middle of the operation along the way, you'll have those little sport boats spawning here. And then you'll have the DD. There are a group of DD spawning here. They'll either be the torp boats or the gunboats. And you'll have the DD spawning here with the support ship. And you'll have the DDs here with the support ships here. Now, there's coastal guns here, 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 here. I'm trying to remember all the areas here and like around here-ish. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's only 4 coastal guns, so give me a second. There's only 4 coastal guns. My apologies. Here and like here-ish. So pretty much the reason why you want to stay along these paths, it makes it where if you spawn over here, if you go like along this path, you only have 1 coastal gun to deal with that'll be targeting you a lot of the way when you're pushing in. Because your goal is to try to push in here and you start farming the DDs on this side. But the big money where you're going to make the most money is right here. You need to destroy as many of the little torpedo boats as possible. That is your big bang buck. If you guys remember how for submarines, how when you kill a submarine, you get a lot of base XP. That's pretty much how it works for those little boats. They're like giant XP pinatas and credit pinatas. So when you kill them, you will get a lot. And I do mean a lot of income from it. Now, the coastal, these little, there in this, you do have to do the mission of locating the distress ships. Now, one thing to know for this operation, I know a lot of people have said, okay, well, base XP is heavily based off of the secondary objectives. In this operation, it really doesn't matter. If you get the primary objective, that's really all that matters. So in this operation, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you're just trying to grind for credits, you do not have to get all the secondary objectives to still make a lot of credits. You can still make a lot of credits, Commander XP, and free XP. And the amount of credits that I'm talking about is legit clan battle level amount of XP, free XP, and Commander XP and credits. It is, and that's the thing, right? Clan battles is always known as the best way to farm, but now it is legit this. For the days that this is up until they patch it, this is going to be the best way to farm credits, free XP, and Commander XP. Pretty much, I know a lot of people don't run reds, but the top match that I've had so far is 4.5 million credits with 140,000 Commander XP and about 50,000 free XP. And that is just for one match, by the way. One match. Now for blues, it's going to be about 2.1 or 2.2 million max is what you're going to get for blue credits. If you have blue free XP, you're going to get maybe about 18,000 free XP. And if you have blue commander, you're going to get about 70,000 commander XP from that, which is still a lot. 70,000 commander XP is a lot with blues. And with greens, you pretty much cut that number in half. It's going to be about 1.5 or 1.6 million credits, with the commander XP being around 35 or 36,000, 40,000-ish max, with free XP being around, I'm not sure the exact, so maybe around 10K or 11, like maybe 9K-ish. But again, these are really good numbers for you to be able to do. Now, let's just talk about the strategy here. Pretty much, as you can see, you're shooting those little Schnell boot. I know I'm saying it wrong, so I apologize. Pretty much, like I said before, if you look at the mini-map, I'll make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Your goal is to go directly down around here to where that DD spawn is. And you want to get there around the time the DD spawns so you can get those DD kills. And in this match, you're going to be using HE the whole time. You're going to be using HE. You'll use AP maybe on some of the DDs when they're farther away to get more damage. So you're using HE the whole time, and you'll be using exclusively AP for the coastal guns, as you'll be seeing later in the match that I'll show you. I'll show you guys a little bit later in the match. But your main goal is to pretty much get through here, go down south as quickly as possible, and as your team or you, like as you're going along, like the path, like I was saying, you can grab the save the crew along the way. Make sure you do that. If you are, don't just leave it, because I've had a lot of matches where people will legit not even worry about the crews, and you're not going to win that way. You have to have the crews to be able to win. Now again, even if you lose, you'll still make a lot of credits, just besides the fact that you're going to be making so much base XP. I've had it where I've lost before, still made like 1.2 million with blues because I had such a high base XP. And that's within like 10 minutes, 11 or 12 minutes of a match, right? So there's like 8 minutes left. I still had a lot of time left in the match and still made a lot. So if you're not perfect at this run, it doesn't matter. You can still make a lot of credits in this. So no matter what, you'll do amazing. Now, I've been trying to figure out if the DDs spawn on a timer or if it goes like a certain distance. Normally they spawn around 10 minutes is what I've seen. Now, if you see here, if you look at the AP damage that's going on right now, it is a massive number because of that special secret knowledge that we got. So definitely pick that if you plan on taking Atlanta or any other, like if you have heavier cruiser guns you're coming in here, you don't need it, but for the Atlanta in particular, you do need it. And again, you need to wipe out these coastal guns. As you can see, they do a lot of damage to you, and you need them out of here by the time the DDs now show up. Now as you can see, the DDs now spawn right where I was saying earlier. They spawn right there. So these are the torpedo variants. They have T above their name, which which is how you know that they're the torpedo variant. If they have an A by their name, that means they're the artillery variant, so they use their guns. These ones have torps. Now, lucky for you, the torpedoes don't reload right away. They don't have instant reload when they first spawn. They have the regular timer, just like us, like the player. So they're not able to torp you right away, luckily. But in some operations, they do have it where they spawn instantly. But in this, you don't have to worry about that, luckily. So there you go. But pretty much after you're able to go in and deal with the DDs here, you're going to want to move either to like the right side. If you look at the map, you're going to want to move over here to deal with these DDs and the support ship. Or you're going to go to the other side, depending upon where you have more opportunity to support your team and pretty much farm the kills as well. Now, the support ships are also a giant base XP as well. They're pretty much worth about the same as the DD. So make sure you do not stray from doing those. Make sure you get as much of the damage as possible, right? Get as much damage on those as possible. Now, a great question some people may have, does shooting structures count for base XP? And the short answer is no. Shooting structures does not count toward your base XP counter like up here. Shooting structures does not count for this damage up here at the very top right. It doesn't count for that. It counts as a different stat. So shooting does not help with your base XP at all. You're just getting rid of the guns to get rid of them because they're such a huge threat. Now, people will say, can you get a lot of base XP from the planes and the mines? From the planes, yes. On the kills, you can, but on the mines, not so much. The base XP worth on the mines are not the highest, but on the planes, they're pretty okay amount. It's not as good as like shooting a killing a DD or whatnot. You have to get a lot of plane kills to make a big difference. A lot of plane kills. And so it's not going to be like a huge hit, but it's still worth it to kind of be around your like the area where they spawn, because the planes always spawn around here. If you look getting up here and around here, even though you cannot see the airfield, that's kind of where the areas they spawn. So you can always be around the areas around there or around here to kind of camp them. Oh, sorry, more like around here, right here on the right one, right here, or around there. But that's kind of the area where they spawn around. But yeah, just watch the coastal guns get absolutely obliterated by these Atlantic guns. It is marvelous. Just look at all that damage. It's just beautiful, just gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, the one thing to know in this operation, it's something that I don't want to condone or say. It's like a lot of the time, if you're speed running this for damage, this is kind of the boring part of the match where you're legit sitting here for 6 minutes. This is like where you're not really able to do much. You're kind of sitting here waiting for the match to end. You can try to go deal with the mines, but the mines always spawn around here or here. But if you went in really aggressive, by the time you get up here, you're not going to really be able to help too much with the landing craft. And again, the stars aren't super important for base XP. It's more if you're trying to get those rewards for the actual D-Day event itself. But a lot of the time, if you guys are watching this video, clearly you're not really interested in the stars themselves. You're interested more in the farming aspect. So I'll break it down to you. If you want to speed run this, when you fight those DDs at the earlier part of the match, you just die at that point. If you want to actually speed run this, you die at that point in the match, and then you just go to the next match. If you want to speed run this, because if you sit here, imagine you're sitting here, right? And it's like a 20-minute wait, right? You're waiting 20 minutes. If you die right when you do that first DD encounter, take a few out, and then die at that point, the match goes from being a 20-minute match to an 11-minute match. So instead of it taking, you can only do this 3 times an hour, you can then do it about 5 times an hour, right? So that increases the amount of times you can farm exponentially. So you're able to farm way more credits. So again, I don't know if World of Warships is going to nerf this or not. That's why I'm doing this video as quickly as possible, because I don't think we've ever had a way outside of clan battles or anywhere where you can actually make 4.5 or 4.6 million credits. I am, in my 5 years of playing this game, I have never seen a way for you to make this much credits in just one match, which is why I try to put this video out as soon as I could, so that you guys can try to do this before they remove it. But again, just to show you guys the strategy, again, it's very simple. You go here, and your goal is to kill the ships that are here. So like if you spawn over here, you go here, and then you destroy them that spawn here, and then you kill the DDs that are here, and then you maybe go over here to kill this side, or this way to go kill this side, depending upon where your team is. But that is legit the strategy. It's that simple. It's very simple, not super complicated. And that's the easiest way to do it. Now, if you want to try to go after the planes, like I said, you can go to the left or to the right. As you can kind of see where the planes are going, you can go either side. But again, it doesn't really matter that way. But again, this is a replay, so I'm just going to fast forward at this part because there's really not that much going on. So it's legit just a waiting game for the game to end. So, okay, so in this particular match, it's 4.2 million. I wanted to showcase the match where I did a better job showcasing the strategy. The 4.5 million one that I had, I didn't do such a good job showcasing exactly what I wanted. So I made 4.2 million credits, 12,000 ship XP with 19,000 free XP, base XP of 4.6k. 4.6k. So far, my top base XP is 4.8k. So 4,800 is the top one I have so far. With 75 plane kills, 12 ships, 4,600. The detail reports, you can look here. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of these little torpedo boat kills. This is where all of your base XP comes in. All of these are little gold mines. That is what you're after. You're after those and the DDs. The DDs aren't worth as much, but these things are worth way more, which I feel like they're going to nerf, but I don't know when they will or not. But if someone's in the comments and they see it gets nerfed, they can just let me know. But here is the most important part right here. This is where the information is for the earnings. Pretty much, if you have premium time and you're not using any modifiers, you make 978,000, right? Without any modifiers. That is just the premium ship and premium time. Now, with the reds, with the reds, you get the 3.1 million and the bonus package of 48,000 in personal merits, right? So with the red credits, you make all like the extra. So if you just do the math, like some people can do the math, if you do use the grays, you can just times this by the grays and the greens and the blues, and that's how much you're gonna make from doing this pretty much strategy. So you make and after service costs, you just make 4.1 million, of course. Again, in this operation, since you're farming credits, use the bare minimum of signals. Only use the det flag. You don't need any other flags. Just use det flags only to cut your costs. You're going in here to make money. You're not going in here to be all fancy or whatever. You're just trying to make money. So use your best economic bonuses and only use det flags. So you just don't detonate, because that'd be terrible. Now, again, with blue bonuses right here, I got 19,000 free XP. And these are blue bonuses. These aren't reds. 19,000 free XP and 74,000 commander XP. Now, with free XP, if I was using reds here, I would have about With the free XP, it would be 3 times this amount, so it'd be about 60,000. And with the Commander XP, it would be a double this, so it'd be about 148,000. That is an insane amount. A lot of people just can't comprehend like how that for a newer player is insane. A middle and newer player, this is an insane farm. You guys need to get on this ASAP, as soon as possible. As soon as you guys can play this, do it. Start the farm. Even if you do not have an Atlanta, bring any other premium cruiser you can to this that's tier 7, tier 6. It doesn't matter. You need to get into this farm before they change it, because this is an insane farming chance for you guys to get as much as possible before they change the operation. But anyway, this is Overlord Bo. If you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely in the comments down below. But I hope you guys are able to farm this operation before they change it. Or if they don't change it, then enjoy it for the 13 days until July 10th. And I will talk to y'all later.